Right, morning all. It's almost 11. Right, windy old day, 12 degrees. Just come out for a bit of a walk. Fitness. Have on just wicking t-shirt and this copied smock sort of thing. It's windproof, it works, it's cheap. I'm out in Nelson country. Motorbikes rolling past. So no, just get me pack and then we go. Just out for a leg stretch, that's all. Not caring about the miles, distance, anything like that. Just get out. Clear the old system out, head and all that. Just see what happens. There we go. 20 kilos of DPM's finest. Right, let's go. Just stopped off under this beach, and the beach mast is falling. What's that? Ooh. There you go. There they are. Let's take one out of my dove. That was no good. I showed not that one. Some very good ones here. Anyway. Oh, tiny. That one's empty. But anyway, if I was to search through, this one looks a bit healthier. Trackway. Oh, maybe I'm no good then. Nothing. But anyway, I've eaten them before and now quite tasty. I don't know why they're like this. The ones I had before, that's it, that's better. I don't feel the nut inside that. He says, buggers to pick open. There you go. There's the nut. And they're actually tasty like that. Anyway, there you go. Back. Right. It's quite chilly. But as you can see, let's just make this a bit more. Drop the smoke. It's just proof layer. Just quickly drop the bergen, smoke under the lid, and off we go. Which, you know, it's like breathing. It's like waking up and scratching your nuts in the morning. You do it instinctively. All I keep hearing about lately is smocks, or schmock, as some of the Americans like to call them. It's a smock, as in cock, but smock. Alright, that's what Brits call it. We invented English, so we know. Yeah, you go on about your beat, you know, a lot of people slagging it off. What they don't understand is, a British serviceman in my time, okay, through the 90s, okay, you go out, you wear a t-shirt, a thin windproof layer, not all your normal combat smock, but back in the day, the ones with a bit of savvy, we went out and bought Arctic windproofs and we wore them. Because when you're hoofing it into an area or you're on the march, you're wearing that smock, that's your camouflage, that's your protection for your arms. Okay, that's your windproof layer. Your last line of kit, because you carry your smock contents. I.e. back in the day it was, you know, field dressing, survival kit, a few nutty bars and such, compass, blah blah, whistle, knife, chem lights, whatever. That's how the Brits run, okay? when you stop, if you're stopping for any length of time, you'll put on a warm layer, or you'll put your, back in the day, early days, they were crisp packets, we call them, because they rustled like a crisp packet. It was a PVC waterproof. That's an extra form of insulation, right? It's a wind barrier. So your smock's a bit cold and it's a bit wet, but when you're back on the move again, you're generating heat, you're drying it out. You just come back off exercise and you'd see people just, their kit would be dry where they've been working. I mean, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube from America, and this is no way. Let me just stop this because the vehicle's coming. Right, there's too many people about, and I don't want to look like a complete dickhead talking to the camera. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, you know, this is not a dig at our American friends, right? Because we've been friends, allies, you know, since God knows when. You know, alright, no, it's not as far back as when we've done that tactical withdrawal from America because you're untrainable. But no, joking aside, you know, your clothing system, you've got so many bloody layers and bulk, and you're all big guys. The majority of you are like freaking giants compared to us Brits, right? Why? You must generate a lot of heat. So why do you need so many? I mean, when you're out in the field, you have sleeves down. Sleeves down. You know what I mean? It's not about looking good. It's about getting the job done. It's a bit of protection. It's camouflage. Okay? So, smocks. I'm going to stop because I feel my face glowing. Right, and plus good lighting here. Let me just sort this out. Smocks. It's a British thing. Okay? Right. They're good bits of kit. The reason why we use such thin smocks, okay, it's not a warming layer. It's a windproof layer. You carry items of kit in it, so if you lose your bergen, as soon as you come under contact, your bergen's gone. Right, you've dropped that, right? Because you can't fire a manoeuvre with a bergen on. So you're down to your belt kit. Okay, yeah, it's a British thing, not your plate carrier and your shooter's belt, and which has got no water on it. Okay, that's another rant. Well, it's not a rant, can't. It's just things play in my mind. I watch these things and it's like your big lumps. You need fluids in you. Okay, a couple of Cliff Bars and 500 ml of water is not going to get you through. Right? You're in a firefight. Adrenaline, your body's giving you all the endorphins it needs to fight and to move. Okay, so you want your Cliff Bars and such, but you're going to need water. Minimum 2 litres on your belt kit. Right, I'm talking British here. 2 litres, and a way of obtaining more water, i.e. Millbank, Puri tabs. I've got the squeezy 58 bottle in there, I forgot what it's called now. Right, you need, wait, get rid of these Nalgene's. Right, God, this is going into a right old rant. There's people over here, so I'm just going to walk back out because I want a drink actually. They're like this for a reason. They're like this since the 50s because it works. It's black, it's solid, it's bomb-proof. Okay, they don't photosynthesize the water because there's no light can get in there. Like I said, they're bomb-proof and they fit our the best mugs going. All these little tiny water bottles, Nalgene's. That's no good. I've left the Nalgene with water in it in my bedroom in the sunlight coming through, and I must have been eating something sweet or something. The sugars have got into it, and it cruds up. These don't crud up. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, why fix it? That's why they're black. Okay. Anyway, yeah, smocks. BDU tops. That's to the British people. That's like MTP now, or before that, 90s pattern. We used to have a shirt. Right. That is our. It's obviously it's your uniform, But if you're in hotter climes, then you wear that. That's why U-backs obviously are designed with this, and then your sleeves. Sleeves there for protection and camouflage, like I keep saying. All this fucking, who's the sergeant out of Dead's Army where he had his sleeves rolled up? It's none of that bollocks. Sleeves down. Okay. BDUs, yeah, they have their place, but it's not a smock. See, I've got some American uniform, don't ask me, what a windproof top and that. You've got too many layers, too much to faff about getting in and out your bergen. Okay, you want your sleep kit in a dry bag, that's your bivvy bag, inside your sleeping bag, inside the dry bag. You want a kit mat of forms, right? Don't John Wayne kit on the outside of your thing. I keep hearing that a lot. Oh, but what if I need to put... Do not. If you ain't got a bergen, you can't put your sleeping bag in. What's the fucking point of having it? You know what I mean? You might as well fucking have a wheel along fucking suitcase. Everything goes in your bergen. Look. That's why us Brits get kit modded. Okay? Bergen. That's a basher pouch. Okay, so it's easy to get to, and when it's wet you can store it away, no water's getting to the other stuff. I've got water bottle, mug in there and spoon. I've got cook system in there. I've got first aid items in there. I've got waterproofs, food, water bottle, and the same there with bits and bobs. Dry bag with spare socks and foot powders and all that. Main compartment, it's got a waterproof jacket, bivvy bag, sleep mat, sleeping bag, all in a dry bag. Then on top of that I've got some warm kit on the top, because when I stop, if I know that I'm stopping for half an hour, 20 minutes, I'm going to put that warm layer on if I need to. You know what I mean? I'll keep the smock on because you're just going to dry out a bit, and then you put that warm kit over the top of it. You're not going to fuck about taking off, you know what I mean? If it's wet, then I'll probably just stick a Gore-Tex over the top. But you don't take it off. You know what I mean? That's why we wear thin smocks, okay? Oh, see, I've totally gone off the train of thought now. I had it when I was head down, arse up, coming down there. But that's just, it's bothered me. Smocks, water, fucking belt kit, okay? That's 20 kilos. If I'm bugging out or whatever fucking bullshit, I'm not carrying that. I'll have a day sack, okay? With the bare minimum of stuff, because you're going to be on the go all the time. You're going to be too scared to fucking sleep. You know what I mean? You'll rest during the day, catch a few winks here and there, inside a bivvy bag, because that's always going to go with me, and a warm jacket, whatever. And then night time is when you'll move. That's why you need night vision. Us poor colonials, no, colonial masters, whatever, yeah, us poor English people, we can't afford fucking £3,000 nods and all that. That's just for the military, okay? But we can pick up first generation cheap night vision just for movement, which I've got. But yeah, move by night. Get around all habitation. I mean, you want to skirt around here everywhere. Luckily we've got plenty of water over here, so water's not really an issue. But yeah, we ain't gonna have plate carriers and fucking recce rifles. And what the fuck's a recce rifle? You know what I mean? I've been on recce's. We carried a rifle. That was a rifle on a recce. You know what I mean? There's too much insta fucking glamorisation nowadays. Plate carriers, shooters belts, fucking recce rifles, this and that. It's all a load of wank. Save yourself money. Get some fucking training. Okay? That's what you need. Train. I don't even know where I'm going to put this out now, because I've sort of gone way off what I was supposed to be saying. But yeah, it's just, do you know what I mean? I am far from an expert, but I remember how I got trained. Look after your feet look after you. Plenty of water, keep hydrated. Layer up, layer down. And keep everything dry in your bergen. That's all you need to know. And that is it. Right, ciao for now. Just another thing, right? Fuck's sake, leave Stoker alone. I mean, the geezer's fucking career soldier, ex-career soldier, you know what I mean? He knows what he's talking about. All this fucking, let's all gang up behind the biggest YouTube fucking numbered people. Bollocks to it, they're all good people. Don't start slagging people off. He's not doing it on purpose. He's not doing it. It's creative criticism. If you can't accept criticism, what the fuck are you doing? Oh. Hello, babes. Back again. Right. I've probably covered about 3 miles in not very long. I've been, you know, really, I like to get out and get some pace going, and yeah, it's not easy. Not even as a fit 20-year-old, 20 kilo, still gonna hurt you. So if I was to have that belt kit and or plate carrier, chest rig, rifle, you know, what, £10 there you might as well say, are you really going to put distance between you and who you're trying to get away from or avoid? No, not a chance. Oh, I'm going to get brew on while I'm chatting. So, you need to take that into consideration. Yeah, it's all, I love this. I mean, I actually paid to have this done to an old bergen. So, but what you've got to remember is, in real situation, I mean, is it Josh, the grey bearded, no, the grey bearded green beret? Looked funny with a green beard, wouldn't he? But he done a bug out bag realistic one. It was about £18, I think, something stupid like that, because it's realistic. But that's his take on it and his experiences and his skill set. I mean, he's obviously a highly trained individual, and him doing his bushcraft and primitive living stuff and all that is just adding to that. Yeah, in an ideal world, it'd be lovely to get out. The reason why it's in that is because that's like still nylon-y, so it slips in that pouch easier. That's the only reason. But where was I going? Yeah, it's, what you need to do is, unfortunately, we're all the same. If we're on here and you're watching this, we're all the same. We flick through social media, be it Instagram, YouTube. Don't do none of the other shit, because that is just, you know what I mean, crap. But yeah, and we all like shiny kit. Who doesn't? It's natural. But watch these videos. See, I don't dislike, I never dislike videos. Never. Because what is the point of spreading hate? There's enough hate in this world as it is. Criticism is good. Don't be offended, because everybody's got an arsehole, so everyone's got an opinion. And remember that. Take little bits. Try them. That's what we all do. I mean, I've been doing this, I don't know, ever since I could afford to get military kit, but, you know, before and after being in uniform. But take ideas, try them out. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you. And plus the other thing is, most of the people watching these videos are middle-aged. Because if you're a young 20-year-old, or whatever, you'll be in the military. So, yeah, we're all middle-aged, we're all broken or dependent on some sort of medication or some crap. Well, I'm not. I was, but I'm not no more. I'm cured. Yeah, take bits from it all and try it. See what works for you. And remember, so I wasn't going to do this video, but yeah, why not? It's a penny into a pound. Remember, keep as light as possible. You know, love him or hate him, I think he's made mistakes, but Dave Canterbury, his 5 C's of survivability, it makes sense. It's a very small, lightweight kit. So why not go with it? You know what I mean? Again, take what you can, try it, I don't need the windshield, and use it. But don't diss people on there. It's just not worth the hate, and there seems to be a lot of that at the moment. I mean, Stoker, he'll criticise, well not criticise, he'll generate conversation. You know, you can tell he's like a long time in uniform by his mannerisms and the way he talks and that. Get used to it, because a lot of the people you dissing him are not. I don't think you've ever done it. My mind is not with it today. Yeah, back to it. My take would be 35 to 40 litre pack. Okay. I've just modded NI Patrol pack, put mesh pockets on the side. That's a good sized pack. It's bigger than a Munro. That's with the top pocket taken off and the side pockets taken. Right. If I was to disappear and have to hide, and it's bomb proof. Put a bivvy bag in it. Okay, preferably the British one. Reason for that, it's just a bag with a drawstring at the top, so you can completely seal yourself off from the elements. I'll have a warm layer in there. Okay, my warm layer is my old Snug Pack Sleeker jacket. I've had it 15 plus years and it still works lovely. That's a warm insulating layer. Okay, obviously what you're wearing, down to the climate and the time of year. Okay, a good pair of lightweight boots, but sturdy. You're going to need them, not trainers, you're going to need boots. I'm only keeping this low because of the noise. At least 2 litres of water. Right, yes, there is, it's got to be a metal water bottle so you can boil in it. Bullshit. As long as you've got a container of salts to boil in, doesn't have to. I'd stick with my NATO bottles because I've got my NATO mug. Okay, it just fits on, it goes in a pouch, whatever, it's there. So 2 litre. One of them bottles would be, same again, slips in and out easy. And we all like it to do that. I just want to get all my gear out. Obviously mug, spoon's fork, put my goggles on. It is, doesn't say, no it doesn't say, oh bugger, can't remember what it's called now, if I decide to do it, anyway it's that particular type. You can't get hold of these on the civvy market no more, okay, I'm sure it's Life Systems or something like that, I'm not sure, but I picked this one up from a friend's surplus shop, brand new, still in the packaging. He was like, oh yeah, I found it out the back. It was in his other shop when he had his other shop going. Because he had to move premises to a bigger premises, but yeah. Grail. Yeah, people money, it's a lot of money, but Grail is pucker. Shame it ain't a litre, but it's just under, but it's 20 seconds. Scoop, press, clean drinking water, because you want to be able to get water. If you ain't got time to process and fuck about, you want to literally just get it and go. That's it. You can keep going and you can get that in some dirty, stanky water and drink it. It's got activated carbon in there so it takes all the shitty taste out. Soyas are brilliant as a last ditch. I've got one. I've got it in with my Millbank in here in my water kit. I've got a Millbank bag, Puri tabs and a Soya. There, that's more of a last ditch because purely for the fact is I don't want to taste water that tastes like the bottom of a pond. Simple as that. I've tried it on a lake and it tastes like dirty lake water. It's not very pleasant in a survival situation. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but come on, there's plenty of proven systems out there now. There's my water done. Can have a Taylor's Java, why not? But yeah, so we've got bivvy bag, warm layer and water. Okay, minimum 2 litres. Camelbacks, there's pros and cons to them. But you've got to remember how much is 3 litres of water in weight. In a pouch that could burst. So if you're going to have one, have some water bottles as well, just in case. Because I can guarantee you, if you're diving around, jumping through buildings, old derelict buildings, rummaging through, blah blah blah, you can puncture it. Even in the woods. Like, it will happen. A cover element. Now, yeah, Helicontex do a poncho. Brilliant, I've got one. But as pointed out the other day by someone else on YouTube, after a while, that DWR, the waterproofing on it, ceases to work. So you've got to think about that. There's the Dutch poncho. Yeah, bloody good bit of kit. But it's a poncho. I'd rather have a jacket and a shelter sheet. And the reason why I chose a shelter sheet is purely for the fact that it's bomb-proof. Yes, it's heavier. I've got jungle knots on both of mine. It's heavier, but it's a good usable space. You can get more than one person under it. Okay, you can bring it, you know, you can configure it to give you, if the ground's sopping wet, you can have it like that. It will still keep you dry. A poncho's not big enough to do that, so take that into consideration. And then you're gonna, obviously you're gonna want some form of cooking system. Well, the way things are, getting hold of gas, you're going to find it in derelict buildings, allotments, everywhere. Even if they're park cans, you're still going to be able to find it. So get a small burner unit. Okay, I like this one, the Optimus Crux, because it folds up nice and compact and it sits in its little pouch in the well there, so it takes up less room and it goes in. This is an Esbit pot, right? I thought, well, I could go titanium, but titanium's a bit of a bitch to cook in and clean out. Okay, so if you burn stuff on it, this is anodised aluminium. It's just as good. I've got, look at that. I've got a cup, a little plate, if you want to call it that. I wouldn't call it a plate. It's a bowl. It's got an even bigger bowl, or a bigger cup, or you know what I mean. If you lose that, you've still got that. If you lose that, you've still got that. You see what I'm saying? We all get caught up in. Yeah, I've got me folder cup. That's just, yeah, whatever. Just got it in there. We all get caught up in this gear and kit scenario. Oh look, he's got this. Oh, that's a. Oh, he's got this. But trying to, yeah. So that's your cover sorted. As for insulation, you could get the German kit mat, which will fold up and sit inside the pack down the back of it. There's a form of insulating you from the ground, but you don't really need it because you can fashion some sort of ground, or you know, whatever you're sleeping on. You know, if you fashion something to sleep on, so that's not necessary. But the bivvy bag, even if you've lost your basher, you've got your bivvy bag. That is 100% waterproof. You're in that, tucked up in the root of a tree or something. You're camouflaged. You're out of the wind. You're generating heat in it. It does let the moisture permeate. So you're not going to get soaked like these bloody survival bags, blizzard bags and all that. Fuck them, I ain't paying whatever it is for a vacuum packed blizzard bag. I'd rather carry a NATO bivvy bag. It's going to be much better for you. You know, if you want to be seen, get yourself a fucking marker panel. Have a strobe. Have some sort of radio. So that's that covered. What else was there? Foods. Yeah, keep some high energy, fatty, like cured meats you buy in the foreign section of the supermarket. You get some cured meats and stuff. Keep some of them. Keep cycling them through because it's fat, it's protein. Okay, you're going to need it. Food, you know, if you're on a run or moving about, you're going to be scavenging. You just got to look at, unfortunately, what's going on in the Ukraine at the moment. And you see all their soldiers going about, Russians as well, they're looting, pillaging, going through houses, getting bedding and God knows what, and sleeping in their little shell scrapes, scavenging food. The people in the Ukraine, the Ukrainians, you know, their houses are bombed out. They're coming out of basements and building little brick ovens out in the street, and they're sitting together communally cooking during the day. Got food on the go, boiling up vegetables and stuff. I'm right next to a field. I think it's beet, I'm not sure, I don't know. But there's food in that ground. I live, the part of the country I live in, it's just farm fields everywhere you go. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be running off into the fields, killing pigs and cows and carving off lumps. That's bullshit. Skirt around everything, keep low key. Water, scavenge what you can on the way. And that's it. You're not gonna, like I said, a waterproof jacket. Waterproof trousers, ain't fussed about them because biggest muscles in your body, you know, they keep warm, dry you out. But yeah, I'm gonna have this brew, and then I think I'm gonna carry on up the trackway at a nice leisurely pace from now on. Done my half hour of heart and lungs. Now it's me time. Right, that's one massive rant. See, I carry the camera, but it's just, I just do it off the cuff, whatever comes to mind. Right, see you soon. Right, welcome back, people. Right, not in shot, but it don't matter. Just want to show you something. Right, 2 spools, tripwire. Get that out of the way a minute. Open this up. Got cotton wool in it, and then just drop. Oh, you do my hand. Right. There. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 let's get in the shot. 2 shorts. Go blanks. Because that's the only thing we're allowed to use. A bit of cotton wool for that, so I'm going to find that in a minute. Anyway, that was just to stop some rattling. Okay. That's just in there. There's a little container to keep them. Right. There it is. One thing I am missing, it's just dropped out of my pouch somewhere, is I had two screws. And I'll show you for that in a minute. Just put this cotton wool in there. I don't like that squeaking. It's like a little match safe thing this is, or whatever, I don't know. Right. Underneath that bit of tape, because there you go, there's another little blank there. I put it on there because this has been adapted to take 2.2. It's a head from an American smoke and a piece of aluminium, hole through, and I've drilled more holes. Reason for that is so I can fix it to a tree or something. So what I'm going to try and do now is fix it to a tree, and then I'll give a little demo on it. Right. I'll bring you back. Right, what we've got here is the lighting's not the best, but I've found a bit of fence wire, which you just passed it through, twisted it around to hold it down, and it's here. It's only just off the ground. It goes up to about mid shin level across the track. See, obviously this is off a smoke. And it's not tight, but it's tight enough. So what now, I'm just going to rotate it, he says, without setting it off, so the safety's off. There, that's done. Now that's ready to rumble. Okay, so right, let's reposition the camera. And it's not easy to see that tripwire. Let's just reposition that. It's quite loud. I can't see that. I missed it. Why? I forgot to take the tape off. Right, try and put one right there. There's the tripwire. That does good, you can't see it. Yeah, take the tape in your arm and me like an idiot. Right, the reason why I got this is isn't it? Oh, that's a duff one. Right. Well. Chances of that happening. Rearm it. So you can go out and test this stuff. I will never. Why that's like that, I do not know. So much time. So that tape, in theory, couldn't have done nothing. Re-rolling. I mean, look at that. Right, spin that. Put a fresh one in. They're not affected by moisture. I think you need indoors. I have tried it at home. It might work. That is very hard to see. Right. So, 150 metres or so, you're in these woods. This is an old trackway going in. So on the edge of the wood, you're going to think, right, well, you want to put in, if you're set up for the daytime, hidden away, you know, say there's a couple of you, you'll string them out and you'll put debris and such and twigs and that on other routes in and out so that it can give you some audible warning so you can get your head down for a while. So now you can't see a tripwire. It's yeah, you can't see it full stop. I can't. And let's see if this one works. If not, I've got to rethink the whole thing through. So bad guys coming along. They want to find you and go to the women together. That should have worked. Something we need to look into then. Right. Oh, this worked. When I first made this worked straight off the bat. Why is it not working? How bizarre. Why is that not working? Let's get the other end. Is it too powerful? Is it too strong? Don't get this. has me having it cocked like that for so long ruined the spring? But no, because it strikes hard. Are these rounds compromised? And look at the strike on that. I know these are rim fire and I'm using centre fire, but how bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. Right. Well, just goes to show then, doesn't it? That ain't no good. Back to the drawing board. I didn't want to pay 30 quid for some primer, ones which run on primers, because it was cheaper for me to get these. Put a fresh one in. So it looks like that is no good. No, it doesn't want to know, does it? First ever go and it worked. No. Nope, no good. Right, let's shit can that idea then. Think of a different way. So, there you go. Massive fail. The idea works. But, yeah, that was a massive fail. Right, I've used it twice. And it works both times. Amazingly. So I thought, okay, because it's a centre fire. It's supposed to be for centre fire, and that's like a primer, and that's a rim fire. Yeah, bizarrely, it don't work. So, oh well, you learn something new every day. Reasons why you get out and try this kit. But anyway, the principle is 150, 200 metres. Yeah, 200 metres I'd prefer. Out away from where you're staying. It gives you a chance to bug out, so to speak. But it's got two of them tripwires, so I can, you know, cover quite a distance. And it's the British stuff, the issue stuff. I say the issue stuff. It's the British issue smoke pots or flare pots. That's what it's from. The kit comes in the aluminium tube. The pickets and that, collapsible pickets. But last time I used them on exercise, I just threw a few in my bag sort of thing, because they're handy to have. But yeah, it's a one-shot option, because obviously you're not going to go back and retrieve your gear, but it's there to stop you getting caught with your pants down, so to speak. Anyway, right, let's house on my back. Right, everything's away. That's gutted me, that is. And I thought, oh well, but now at least I know it's sitting like that for almost a year. So now I know it does now work. That's pash. That's what it is. That's pash. I've got a friend of mine's got a couple of is it 208, 209 primers. He's got that sort. I literally had it strung from there all the way over to there, that high. So you're not going to lift, you know, when you walk, you're not going to lift your leg up any higher than that. So you'll put your feet up, and it will still catch. Well, you learn something every day. Anyway, this is the woodland one coming up. I've seen two people all day. Yeah, two people. Stunning. Goes off that way. Gonna go up around there and have a look. It's a new area for me. Right, catch you later. I'm back. Right, clue to where I am. Right, Yeah, right, this is the something way, I forgot now, Headers Way, or I don't know. But anyway, just travelling down, stop off for a break. Let me just put my bergen down. Training areas throw up such useful things. Right, it's 2 o'clock. I ate at 10 o'clock this morning. Just a light snack. Don't have breakfast. If I see it. But my lunch, oh, I don't know, is provided potatoes. So obviously, there are potatoes. They dropped this morning. See, fresh trackway. So these fields had potatoes in them on the inside the train area. So that is going to be part of my lunch. Happy days. Right, let's get a pot out. See what I mean by saying about foraging and scavenging along the way. This is exactly what I mean. Don't turn down an opportunity. Cutlery of choice is a cold steel Lawman. I carry this every single day, not for any other reason except for it comes in very handy with my job, working on the site. When, yes, I could have a, whatever you call it, knife work, which I've got, but this comes in a lot better. Use this a heck of a lot of time at work. I don't peel potatoes very much, do I? Not live the RAF, boys. Yeah, these are fresh potatoes. They must have fell off the back of the wagon this morning. Last night, well, I wouldn't have thought last night because the animals this is going to be a bits of lunch because I don't know what I got in my pack. Right. Okay. Right. Let's get the old stove out. Usually I carry another form of cooking in here, i.e. solid fuel. I've just started using Fire Dragon, the BCB stuff in the blocks form, but I was having a play with my kit and took it out. So I've got another stove coming, which instead of carrying the metal bit, the metal BCB cooker, which is brilliant by the way. good few miles today. Still ain't come across a water source though. That should do. Yeah, no water source. I'm going to need to top up with water. I'll boil these up. I've got ferro rods and all that malarkey. I've just found a lighter over there. It seems that people come up here and park up and do whatever. There's a couple of civvies there. Dirt off my knife, so I'll put it away. Right. Boil up. Enough to boil them in. Right, bring it back under it. Right, I've got chili con carne and pindi chana aloo. This is shit. Nobody likes it. And what happens? I got given one by a squaddy. Someone who's just started in the army. And he thought it was funny because nobody ever eats it. And then what happens? The last ration pack I ever got, I got it again. But it will do with the potatoes because I'm not going to waste it. And that can be saved for another time. There you go. Obviously there's no meat in that. It's disgusting. So potatoes. Boiling in the bottom. Stuck that in to heat that up while I'm at it, and then everything goes into the bag. Saves on the washing up, and then give it a wipe out with that after when I'm done. And there you go, sorted. No risk of fire. Happy days. Here I am. The only reason I come in here is because I can use this as a table or whatever. Something to sit up against. Right. Back when it's done, see how it is. Right, tatties are done. They're not going to fit in there, so this is the goop that's going in there. And that's what it looks like. What do they do? Cover everything in curry powder. See what I mean? But I suppose, well, I was going to say it's healthy, but it's not, is it? Man, a fat and crap in there. But it'll do for now. It's fuel. I think I've burnt off enough calories. Right, I'm going to tuck into this. I'll see you soon. Right, I'm back to the motor. That's 45 minutes. I had 2 stops, probably like one to have a glug of water, to finish my water off. And oh, what have I done with that? And another one just to readjust my pack. So yeah, it's taken me 45 minutes. Oh, water. One sec. I lost something. Right, I'm back. So I when the van up, I took that in the bergen. That was my treat for doing it. Oh, yeah, calf's killing me. Right, that's the right side. That's where the where I lost part of it years ago. And I got had nail put in, it's been taken out, but yeah. And the fire's alright, and that's got, I've still got the femoral nail still in there. But, a bottle of water here. Don't have to open that one, I've got that one. Right, cool. Yeah, so in summary, I'm in my 50s, broken, not fit by any means, carrying 20 kilos, so yeah, take from that what you will. Yeah, a bit of ranty bits in there, but just sometimes you watch this, people have masses of followers, subscribers, and people obviously go, oh, you know, they've got all these followers. It don't mean shit. It don't mean that you know what you're doing or you're putting out the right advice. I could name quite a few channels which are putting out crap and wrong advice, and they don't actually know what they're doing. I'm not going to know. You've got to make that up, find it out yourself. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I have got training behind me. Yeah, so just take from it what you will. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, I bloody enjoyed it. I'm sweaty and I'm achy, but yeah, but this is handsome. Anyway, so stay safe, people, and think about what you're packing and the scenarios which you envisage that you're going to go through, because you're not carrying that. I've done one before with Viking Mitch up in the peaks, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was bloody good laugh, but it killed us physically. It's exhausting, and if you're doing that day after day, you ain't covering no distance at all. You know, just covering, I don't know how far I went, but if say you covered 5 miles with that, you're knackered. The next day, we're older now, we don't recover like 20-year-olds. Okay, your diet's not going to be sufficient, your water intake's not going to be sufficient, so you've got to take all this into consideration. All these athletes what do these mega distances, they've got controlled diets and they've got hydration, controlled hydration, everything. So remember that, okay? In the real world, you want the bare minimum, a day sack, and you'll be off like that all day long, getting your head down, and you're going to be uncomfortable. Like I put up in my Instagram post a little while ago, you know, the homeless people. These people are living it for real. Alright, they're not having to do the distance, but they've got permanent, constant threats all the time they've got to be aware of. They're going hungry, they're cold, they're wet, they're filthy, their hygiene and their health is suffering. So just take all that on board. Anyway, like I said, stay safe. Catch you on the next one.